And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the semi-finals of ESL Open Cup Americas number 242, the potentially final ESL Americas. Period. That's crazy. Crazy to think of that. It might, after so many years, it might come to an end. But regardless, we're here to potentially end it with a bang. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of GoldenR, we have our South Green Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing himself, currently teamless. It is NightMare. He just took down Bjorn, but now he's locked in a PvP, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the ex-military Protoss himself, the Red Protoss, representing Gen G Esports. It is Trap. And if you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim this series and advance on to the next round. Honestly, it's a PvP. It could go either way. It could go either way, the way of NightMare or the way of Trap. It is up in the air. Best of luck to both players. I'm hoping for an ace match. I'm hoping for a game 3. But for now, we're settling into game 1. Settling into game 1. It's going to be a 2-gate opener here from NightMare. Likewise, 2 gateways here from Trap. So far, so good. Just going to be settling into our initial openers. Likewise, we're going to be keeping an eye out for those second pylon placements as well. We can see NightMare, he's checking on the right-hand side. He's moving out his probe, most likely setting up for a fake proxy pylon. One of the jobs of these scouting probes is to scout and count pylons. There's only one pylon in the main so far, and there should be a second pylon momentarily. As we can see, second pylon is hidden, and the purpose of this is to make it look like NightMare is proxying and NightMare is going for an all-in. We can see it is a fake proxy pylon. Trap still has to piece it together. As Trap, he's confirming that there is no pylon across the map. Trap, he throws in his own pylon in his main base mineral line, as it should be. You can see Trap is checking in the main base. First, you check the main to make sure it isn't hidden in the main. Not uncommon for that to occur. And then we check the natural, and then we check everywhere else. And this is already doing damage. You know, because of that proxy pylon, Trap sends out a second probe. This is one extra worker that is not mining resources, so NightMare has a slight economic lead. As Trap, he is checking the more common proxy locations. Meanwhile, Probe Scout is denied. I believe, yeah, Probe Scout was denied. Trap checking the more standard proxy Stargate locations as well. And NightMare opening up with Adepts. Double Adept into a 3rd and 4th Adept. This could be into a 5th and 6th Adept as well. NightMare being very assertive here with the initial units, looking to bypass the main army and get across the map. Trap still on the hunt. We'll eventually find the proxy. We'll eventually find the pylon. As we threaten the shade, Trap does wall off in time. Trap does defend, at least against the first wave of Adepts. We have another wave on the way. Again, 4 Adepts in total. The pylon was scattered, so Trap is now aware that it was a fake. It was just a fake out. Can it settle in back at home? Oh, as both Adepts, they barely do escape. One more shot away from going down. And you can see Trap is making a beeline for the pylon. He's going to try and knock it down. But that does also mean that the Adepts are not at home to defend. Sorry, Stalker's not at home to defend. The Stalkers are revealed. And NightMare, do we take advantage of Trap? We're going for the sentries. Sentries under fire. Taking a lot of damage. And we commit to the shade. We're going for the sentries. We get 1 Adept. And we're going for the other. So far, a decent trade. We get both Adepts for 1. The other will escape. At the same time, though, pylon to get knocked down. And now we're calming things down. We're getting to our tech of choice. It's going to be a Robo opener out of NightMare. Meanwhile, we just see Trap going for a Twilight Council. Twilight Council versus Robo. Here we go. Now with Twilight Council, this should be for Blink. Yep, Blink is on the horizon. With this, Trap will have a more mobile army. His army will be very flexible with Blink Stalkers. Meanwhile, we see NightMare will be going for a more Immortal-heavy composition. Access to more Immortals. And NightMare is going to be the defender as a result. NightMare as the defender, Trap as the aggressor. As Trap is catching the Adepts. 3rd base being taken, Trap does spot it, and it's going to be on Trap to punish this fast 3rd. We'll see if he can. Pushing up the ramp. Army's out of position, unable to force field. Oh, we do lock down 2 of those Stalkers, though. We get 1, trading 1 for 1. And the second Stalker will fall as well. Nice pickoffs here from NightMare. Catches 2 Stalkers. Here come the reinforcements. Trap going to be expanding behind this, getting ready for his own third. But for now, focusing on aggression. And Trap is distracted. Sorry, NightMare is distracted. Trap pushes in. Oh, waiting for those force fields. Doesn't quite throw them down. It FSA shaded to the mineral line. Probes are going down. And 3 probe kills already. 4 probe kills. Oh my god. Trap popping off. Takes a worker lead. NightMare can recover from that, can stabilize with a faster third. So NightMare can afford those losses. As Trap is getting to his own third base, and NightMare does go for his own counter shade. Oh my god. Gets a probe. Gets 2. Okay. Barely getting 3 and a 4th probe towards the end. So an even trade, 4 for 4. Not bad. Meanwhile, Blink is done. We spoke about how mobile Trap's army is, and this is a good example of it. He can try to bypass the main army, blinking into the main base, but there is an Immortal. There's Immortal lying in wait. Is under fire. We have to be careful. The Immortal taking a lot of hits. We can see NightMare coming in from behind. It catches out 1, 2, 3. Oh my, 3 Stalkers. NightMare. He's popping off. He saves the Immortal. He gets 3 Stalker kills. Gets his third base up and running. NightMare does have the economic lead, and the pressure is now on Trap. We need more damage. Trap moving out. His army is spotted by the hallucination. NightMare is aware. West hallucination is checking the main base as well. And NightMare can't really move out anytime soon. I say anytime soon, he's waiting for his own blink. He's waiting for his own upgrades, and then NightMare can keep up with the mobility of Trap. Until then, NightMare is still the defender. Trap, meanwhile, transitioning into +1 and charge, doubling down on a gateway heavy composition. No Immortals yet. Just Stalkers and Zealots. Trap rotating around. Going for the main. This time with many more Stalkers. And he can even force field the ramp. Massive force field. We have to recall. Yeah, the recall's the other way. There it is. Recall into the main. And NightMare, his gateways are depowered, but he won't lose much more than that. He will defend. He will hold. But that was almost game ending. And if there wasn't energy for a recall, then we would have lost so much in the main base. Now NightMare trying to catch out Trap. Army is spotted. NightMare, he's had enough defending. Now he's breaking out. He has his own blink. He has +1. Finishing up just in time for the push. Upgrades are going to be even. And that's 3 Immortals. That's a lot of Immortals. NightMare, he has a lot of firepower here. Takes down the Observer. Rotating over towards the 4th. Zealots will help, but the force fields are brutal. Yeah, Zealots are struggling to dive in. Zealots do struggle. Nice force fields. 1 Immortal goes down. Massive pickoff. Prism a little bit too far back. The force fields are brutal, but we blink over. We blink over the wall. We go for the Prism. Prism goes down. And NightMare, he's pushing in, and he still has 3 Immortals behind this. Lost 1, but the others do survive. And we do jungle back. GG gets called. NightMare snowballs out of control, and NightMare takes game number 1. GG. Also, I forgot the God damn it. I forgot the predictions. Usually I'm on top of it. For those that are curious, because of the 2-minute delay, I have to wait 2 minutes into the game to post predictions, and I keep forgetting. God damn it. I keep forgetting that. So I apologize. Predictions are going to be a little bit late to this series. As a reminder, predictions are for the entire series, not for just the game. So I do apologize for that. My bad, my bad. It's so much easier on events that don't have a delay. It's you just press the button and you just do it. But yeah. My bad. I'll try and be better for the finals. I'll do my best to get those predictions going. I just get enthralled in the game, Poppy. I just get enthralled in the cast. Regardless, we're settling into game 2. We're going to be loading into Ghost River. Let's go. Settling into Ghost River and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ghost River, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing himself, currently teamless but leading the series 1-0, 1 game away from making it to the grand finals. It is NightMare. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Genji Esports. It is Trap. Here we go. We're calming things down. We're going to be settling in. Again, Ghost River is a very small map, very short resistance by ground. If our players wanted to be hyper aggressive and go for 1 base all-ins, it would make sense. Would make a lot of sense here on Ghost River. As our initial probe scouts are moving out across the map. And we're just trying to get a read on what our opponents are up to. There we go. 2-gate opener from NightMare, 2-gate opener from Trap. Nothing too crazy. Not in the early game. And at this time, there's no fake proxy. There's no real or fake proxy pylon. Both pylons are thrown down, and both players do confirm. Now, what is scary about Ghost River, even though there is no proxy pylon, again, because of how small this map is, you can still just go for 1 base all-ins, even without a proxy. So, aggression is still on the table. Aggression is still viable here. It's going to be double adepts from Trap, double adepts from NightMare. So far, mirrored builds. Oh boy. We'll see where our players do take us. And if we double down on the aggression, there it is, Stargate. So it's going to be Adept Oracle from Trap. So very aggressive start. He's going to be looking and hoping for as much economic damage as possible. It's all about the probe kills for Trap. NightMare taking a more passive approach. Double Adept initially, that's true, but into Sentry, into Expand. So NightMare is going to have the faster expansion. Meanwhile, Trap will have Adepts and Oracles. And Trap is continuing Adept production, getting a 3rd and 4th Adept. Oracles on the way. Again, it's all about killing probes. All about killing workers, as we do deny the shade for the time being. Deny the shade. Natural's getting up and running. There's nothing in the main base. I mean, NightMare hasn't really scouted. He hasn't seen the tech. NightMare doesn't know. He doesn't know that he has to defend against Oracles. The first Oracle's moving out. Here comes Hallucination. Hallucination's too late. Yeah, it's too little too late. Adepts take him into the fight. Oracle dives in. No shield battery, no stalkers, no nothing. And we get 3 probe kills and a lot of lost mining time. Oracle doesn't get a 4th worker, but so far so good. Nice damage. So we were able to cause a lot of chaos. And here comes a 2nd Oracle. 2 Oracles can one-shot units even past the overcharge. Or the shield battery, I should say. But this time there are stalkers in position. Despite that, another 4 probes go down. Oof. And Trap does take a worker lead. Now on the flip side, the upside for NightMare is, I was going to say the blink timing, but blink does start up at the same time for Trap as well. So Trap has done enough damage to get an economic advantage, is up on probes, and is looking to take a 3rd. Throw gets sent out. Oh, just throwing down spotted pylons. No third base yet. We'll keep an eye on Trap. Keep an eye on him. His probe is being sent out. I assumed it was for spotted pylons, but no, we can throw down reinforcing pylons instead. Meanwhile, Adepte shade into the main. 3 probes, not bad. NightMare fighting back. There's that pylon. Can warp in across the map. Trap is pushing. At the same time, Oracle dips in. But NightMare is ready for it. It's going to be ready. Hallucination gets shut down. Both players set up their own pylons. Oh, proxy gateway. Oh my god. Okay. Trap. He's going to be committing that much harder. He is not expanding. Trap, he's getting up to 4-gate blink. 4 gateways for Trap. Likewise, NightMare setting up his own proxy gateway, but Trap is looking. He's looking for it, and he will find it. Trap, he shuts down the proxy. NightMare, meanwhile, unawares of the proxy of his opponent. Moving out through the center. Hallucination confirms 3 gateways. There is a third on the way for Trap. Meanwhile, the proxy gets found. Let's go. Maybe force a cancel. The 4th gateway gets denied. Both players keeping up with each other. Trap tempted to go right down mid. Tempted. Trap will pull away. Dark Shrine for Trap as well. Let's go. Going for the DTs. Going for the Dark Templar. Trap does confirm that his opponent's expanding. Both players are calming down. Whew. And we can embrace the mid game. Okay. We can calm things down and embrace a longer game. NightMare is going to be pushing. He isn't spotted, which is a little bit concerning. Trap is a little bit unawares. Looking at the main armies. NightMare does have a Stalker lead. But there are stasis traps. Hallucination's coming in! Stasis gets bait. It's get baited. Does get baited. Army pushing forward. We have the concave. We have the numbers. Almost double the Stalker count of Trap. Overcharge getting popped. Not quite. There we go. Overcharge in the back line. He's going to be able to hold on. And we have to respect it. Oh, I say that NightMare, he does hold his ground. Oh my god. The blinks are crisp. One Stalker is not going to fall. Oh my god. NightMare, he gets the base. Loses one Stalker, but does get the Nexus. Very impressive. The blinks were so on point. Only lost one Stalker, forces another cancel as well. And he can take the fight as well. He can keep pushing. Shield Buddy's going down. At the same time, DTs get across the map. Ooh, we are dealing quite a lot of economic damage. 15 probes go down. 16 probes. Getting up to 18 worker kills. NightMare is all in, and no saturation whatsoever at the third base. The DTs have done a critical damage. And sure, NightMare, he may have killed the third, but he needs more than that. He needs far more than that. Ay, ay, ay. As Dark Templar do get away. NightMare still has a massive army, but we gotta go. The longer this goes on, the better it's going to be for Trap as he's re-establishing his third and taking a fourth as well. NightMare waiting for charge. Charge about to finish up. Zelta warping in. NightMare not taking gases. Staying on 3 gases. Staying on just the 3. We'll see if NightMare can catch his opponent off guard. I mean, I feel like when it comes to defense, it's going to come down to the stasis traps. The stasis traps could be brutal. They could pop off, or they might whiff. Observer does lead the charge. The stasis is spotted. Oh, the first one is not quite triggered. There we go. Observer goes down. There's still one more stasis behind this. Trap is buying time. More cells diving in. Stasis does go off. And now we commit. We have the overcharge. Overcharge putting in a lot of work, and NightMare, he has to pull back. Trap is holding. And Trap is able to hold on, forcing back the army. And the longer this goes on, the better it is for Trap as well. He's making more Immortals, more Archons. Taking down Stalkers. And NightMare, can he get on top of this army? He does move forward. The Immortals are going down. He gets two. Gets two Immortals. There's one Archon left. And it looks like NightMare barely has enough. DT's coming to support. Archon stands strong. Do we have detection? Where's it? Oh no! The Observer goes down. The Observer gets sniped. And just like that, the one DT defends. The Invisible Man is too strong. Prism goes down. Oh my god. NightMare trying to punish that. Trying to punish the army. Did kill most of the Archons, the Immortals. Backup Observers on the way. This time we protect. This time the Observer does survive. And NightMare, he's so close to breaking Trap. Trap barely has an army. We're going in. We one-shot the Immortal. Immortal goes down. Observer does siege. They're going to be able to hold on. And with the Observer, now we can clean up the Dark Templar. We can focus on the Archons as well. GG gets called, and NightMare will take the series 2-0. Will advance on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played. NightMare will advance on. My condolences to Trap. He had a great performance making it this far. Trap, he took down some big names to make it to the semis, but NightMare does catch him out. I mean, here this final game was very close, very back and forth. We saw that NightMare, his economy was crippled by the DTs. Likewise, DTs also defending back at home, but was able to get the detection in the end, was able to overwhelm. GG. GG, well played. NightMare was on a timer and did break through. And with that, congratulations. NightMare will advance on. And does he have an opponent? Does he have an opponent ready and waiting? That is the question. MaxPax versus Cure was mid-series. And it looks like they're in game 2. Okay, they're in game 2. They're in game number 2, and if they have an ace match, then we can jump in. Otherwise, it could be MaxPax versus NightMare. Could be a rematch.